Herc, you seem to think that we're going to get a little bit less than Mexico's best 11 against Germany. So let me show you the 11 that I would like to see I think we might see for the game between Mexico and Germany, which, of course, we remember is a rematch. Who could forget of the first game at the 2018 World Cup for both sides? Herc, you and I were there in Moscow at the game where Chucky Lozano scored the famous game winner. Here's my preferred 11 against this is what I would like to see against Germany on Tuesday. Santiago Jimenez, Chucky Lozano, Chino Huerta, which is basically what I wanted to see kind of against Ghana on Saturday. I'm going Chiquito Sanchez, Luis Chavez, and Edson Alvarez in midfield. And then I made one change on the back line. Wait, this is definitely not what I sent in. This is actually totally different than what I sent in. Let me tell you what I sent in. Okay. I sent in the front three, a similar midfield three. I didn't make too many changes on the back line, but I did, as was part of that graphic, I did put in Kevin Alvarez as your right back. And I want to see Memo in this game because I want to see Mexico's best against Germany. I think it is important to take advantage of this opportunity and test yourself if you're Mexico. And if you're a Mexico fan, you should be very nervous about this game because if you just watched what this Germany did to the U.S., they wiped the floor with them, and you remember what this U.S. did to Mexico over the summer, things could get very ugly, especially if what Herc is suggesting comes to pass, which is Mexico does not field their best 11.
Well, just a few things very quickly. Germany may field an alternate 11. Remember, Julian Nagelsmann is still looking at players, so that could be something where they may have a different opponent, not necessarily a weaker opponent, just different opponent. Still a very good pool of players. And you blow my mind. You sit here on your soapbox and you scream and shout generational change, and then they call up 4 goalkeepers, and you want Memo to get back-to-back starts? You are something else. Let's go.
I wanted Malagon to get the game against Ghana. That's where I need to see the backup. I don't need to see Memo Ochoa playing on turf against Ghana. I need to see him against Germany here. But fine, if you want to give somebody else a shot and goal, I would not care. I want to see Kevin Alvarez because Jorge Sanchez, he got his run. I did make another change. I went Orbelin, Luis Chavez, and Edson. I'm looking at it on my phone now. That's the midfield I want to see with Chucky, Chino, and Santi up top. So there you go. That's my Mexico 11. I think Herc, they got to go with the full team.
Yeah, interesting that Orbelin would then drop from the front line to the midfield line, which I'm not opposed to. He's proven to be a very capable player there. But interesting lineup nonetheless. Will be very, very interesting to see how they perform against Germany.
I just showed you my expectations. They were not very optimistic. What are yours?
I think Germany wins. I just think Germany's pool is a much better pool. I think Julian Nagelsmann is a very good coach. Something tells me that Jimmy will tinker. And I like and respect Jimmy very much, but in this brief time as a Mexican national team manager, he's gone into panic mode in a few times where he maybe has a plan and that plan gets nixed if the result isn't going their way. And what I mean by that is Memo was never meant to play a full 90 against Uzbekistan, but he realized that they were in a position where they could lose that game, and he made him play the full 90, would not give somebody else a run. So I'm hoping something like this doesn't detour us seeing I don't know, Ramon Juarez or Santi Jimenez get more time than one would think, or a player in the midfield like Marcel Ruiz or Cortizo get a run, that type of thing.
There you go. Yep, managers always have to be weary. You take a 4-5-0 here against Germany. Suddenly that hot seat gets a lot hotter down in Mexico.